Bump, stickity bump, stickity bump. Another night. It's a fantasy. Blonsky. We got people waiting. Yep. What happened with the? We didn't start what we're gonna say. What we're gonna say, we're gonna do. You can't even hear me.
Sorry about that.
You forgot the what do you call it? Your thing.
My thing? What's that?
You got your thing? We're gonna throw on here.
What is that?
Trapped? You got trapped?
Next week, bro.
Next week.
I gotta find that shit, bro. Next week.
Okay. I thought that's what you're just looking for right now.
No, man, that shit is buried. It's on my SoundCloud, but it's on my computer, but it's on my SoundCloud. But where, you know.
So we'll hit these people with it next week, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess we could make them wait another week. All right. So you shared?
Yep. To my page.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Sure. You can't just.
You don't have a lot of room, when you're sitting here. And just imagine the bigger guys. It's okay.
Gary! I was just looking for the sports channel, Gary.
Yo.
What's up? What up, Misfits?
What's good?
Welcome.
I was like, wait a minute, where's my picture? It's right there.
Welcome, one and all, to another episode of Two Transit Misfits.
Yes, sir.
Me being one, he being
the
two.
other.
Yes, Two Transit Misfits, and here we are doing what we said we were not gonna do.
Yep. So
all right,
coming up?
We got MTA working soon. Transit. We got new data on Moderna. We got OT getting cut. What did I say?
No, you said it right. It just sounded funny.
We got segments. We got more stuff. Parties.
Yep. Birthdays.
You ready? What?
I'm ready.
Get this started. You guys ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yes, sir. Let's get it going, baby.
If you guys listen to this in your car,
oh man, some speakers.
Don't have it sounds speakers. So good. Sometimes I'm coming home because we usually like to. My wife is like, "Why you always like to watch yourself?" I said, "I don't watch myself. I like to see what happens after we do the show." Oh, caller, you're on the air.
Sorry.
After you want to, after we do the show, we like to, just go back and watch and see what bloopers or what mistakes happen or any screw ups while we were going live.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times I put it on my way to work, and it sounds really nice, guys. Especially when we have music or segments like that. Sounds cool. So you got to try it out with headphones. Let's say hello real quick to the people. The Misfit.
Who we got?
Who we got here? Who do you think is like the first one popping up?
Booker T.
Booker T, welcome. Hello, Misfits, all the way from sunny California. Hi. That's what I think it sounds like.
Oh my God.
What up, Booker? All right.
We got John. What up, John? What up, John? The weatherman is in the building. Edwin Diaz. What up, Edwin?
You know what? You're seeing people that I'm not seeing. I got Miguel Aquino.
Danielle Sargent. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming back.
All right.
Hey, Danielle, did you get a chance to check out the Two Doctors? Let me know.
I'm going to post this really quick, this invite, folks. If anybody, for some reason, that's not camera shy and wants to join us during one of our segments, right? It's posted. Is it posted? Did I post it?
It should be. There it is.
There they go. Okay, there they go. Easier way if somebody wants to join us. All right.
What up, Haas? Big Haas.
All right. Thank you all for joining us
Central New York.
today.
Central New York.
Okay.
Okay, welcome. No problem, Danielle.
Welcome. So we're live on our Facebook page, Two Transit Misfits, and we're also live on our YouTube channel.
That's it.
Now, if you're watching this and it's not live, it's because you're not following or liking our channel or our page. So we're not sharing it anywhere else. Okay, guys? So, I mean, if you share it, that's fine. Love you for it. But to see us live, you got to be on the YouTube or our Facebook page.
Yep.
And we will rebroadcast it on Sundays. Like we're gonna start doing that every Sunday. We'll rebroadcast it, even though it's on our page. If you follow the page, all our videos are up there. Same thing with YouTube. But you know, if you don't have the time to go back and forth, and you just want to catch us again, we will post it again on our. Well, we will actually share our YouTube link, right? That's what we're gonna do.
We'll share the YouTube link. You probably
on Sunday.
It most likely will have a previous video attached to it. So, but you'll have the YouTube link there.
Yeah. So guys. So with that said,
for those, if you ain't following, if you haven't followed us, there it is, right there. Go ahead and follow us. Two Transit Misfits. Go over there. Subscribe. Hit the bell.
Follow. That's it.
Subscribe. Hit the bell, and then whenever we go live, boop, it'll be instant there. What up? What up, Neil DeLont?
So let's start this party, man. Let's start this party.
Yeah,
we're gonna be doing every week. Birthdays popping. That's
ready. Y'all ready for these birthdays? I don't think they ready for it. Ready? Well, let's get it.
They got no choice. Just do it.
And the BP.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! We go for you, Dr. Birthday! Happy birthday! It's a birthday! Go! It's a birthday! Go! It's a birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! We go for you, Dr. Birthday! It's a birthday! Go! It's a birthday! Go! It's a birthday! Go! It's a birthday! Go!
All right. What we got? We got birthdays. We got our friend Willie Colon.
Willie Colon, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Oh, all right. Also, we got Aida Vasquez celebrating her birthday this week.
Happy birthday.
Dispatcher Karen Sanders.
Happy birthday.
Miss Karen Sanders. Happy birthday. Follow the channel. Discuss.
Happy birthday.
Also, family, Jay Santiago just celebrated his birthday. Happy birthday, Jay. We love you. And celebrating today, Lori Jean Middlebrooks. That's her birthday today. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
And of course, on the 13th, just a couple of days ago, celebrating a heavenly birthday to our old friend. Always rest in peace. We'll never forget you, Mr. Frank McCauley.
Happy birthday, Frank.
Happy birthday in heaven, brother. And those are the birthdays this week.
Yep.
And if you want special shout out, birthday on our show, hit us up on our email, twotransitmisfits@gmail.com.
.com.
All right. So for our first story, we spoke last week about the marijuana being legal, medicinal purposes, and it wasn't for transit or the cops or all these the cops, the firemen, and we were talking about why would they even need to mention that in our job, in our line, driving. Obviously, that would not be allowed. But lo and behold, what's going on? We have an MTA worker that's suing over marijuana use. See, I forget to go to the link, and I keep telling myself that.
We got a misfit in the green room right now.
We do.
Yeah, we have a misfit there.
Oh no!
We'll bring him in for this segment real quick.
Who could that be?
He's working right now.
Bring him in. Bring him in. Who could it be?
Who else could it be?
Booker. What up, Booker?
I just want to pop in and say hello from California. How y'all doing?
How y'all doing?
How you doing?
Some of us do work.
You're in California, you're in the South. What's up? What's up, Booker?
I'm good. Working hard, hardly working, whatever you want to call it.
Show us your bus, bro. Show the world your bus. What you working with?
What you working with?
I mean, your bus. I'm talking
what?
about.
Yeah, now your bus.
Show us your bus, your tools that you're working with. Show the world what you're working with.
My bus back there, somewhere.
Oh Lord!
I don't want to see that bus right now. Too many people.
Folks, don't do that.
I just wanted to say hello. That's it. I only have like.
All right, get your butt back to work.
All right, hello and goodbye, Booker. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us again.
I'm going back to work. Bye, everybody.
Stay safe, brother.
All right, later.
All right, we got MTA worker plans a $5 million lawsuit over denial of medical marijuana. He says that the agency forced him into drug rehab classes. We got that picture, right?
Yeah.
You looking for it, or?
Yeah. There you go. $5 million lawsuit.
Yeah. So this alien MTA worker, he says the agency forced him into drug rehab classes alongside hardened addicts just because he took medical marijuana to treat chronic pain. Now, he had an issue, guys. He had an issue last year. He was using this prior to this becoming legal. First of all,
right.
So right now he's required to attend multiple drug counseling sessions per week.
Yep.
Whereas he sits alongside people struggling with addiction, to much more dangerous substances.
Twice a week.
Twice a week. He says he has no addiction to marijuana. He's used it for medicinal purposes. By the way, his name is Watson. He's 43. He says they have me in a rehab for addicts.
Yep.
I mean, we know that once you go for a random and that shows up, that's like the first thing that, I mean, you don't lose your job. Do you have to automatically say you want it, Blunt? Do you remember any of those rules? If you have to, as far as going into rehab, like you go to do the random.
You don't have no.
And they find that. Do they automatically send you, or do you say I want to be put on rehab?
No, they send you.
They might let you go.
No, they send you.
They send you?
Yeah, they do that first. They don't let you go. They do that first. You're supposed to have an option between the union's program and MTA's program, but that didn't happen to me, so I had to go to the union, not the MTA's program.
Oh, you went through that?
Yeah, my reason was because I couldn't urine, and so according to law, that's just as bad as being found dirty. So I had to go for 38 days to the program alongside of everybody else who got caught. It was it
And
was it
it
was
was like,
interesting to say the
were there
least.
people were like really bad in there?
There were people who were really really on some stuff, but
Mm.
not that bad. They weren't really bad, but they were people who actually use stuff. The people who are bad, they usually get sent away. Usually have to go for 6 months away. But where I was at now, you just go from home. But all those people got caught. One guy, not to go off the subject of what we're talking about, but one guy was in there because he spoke the truth. He called in. He was a train operator, or he worked somewhere downstairs. I think he was a train operator, and he called in and told them that he can't come to work because he has a hangover. So they sent him to the program. He was there with us, and he kept fighting him, saying, "No, I don't belong here. I don't belong here." I didn't belong here neither, but I'm not going to fight. I'm just going to go through the process and then see what I can do afterwards. So he kept fighting, saying, "No, no, no, I don't want to be here. I don't hear." And it was like, "Listen, if you don't participate here, we're going to send you away." Guess what?
They sent him away.
They sent his ass away. He had to do 6 months. I, when you do the 6 months away, you don't come home. You got to stay there. So
Oh,
he should have just kept his mouth shut
I'm not sure. And just
and
done
just
his 38 days, and
the
I
one
would have
thing
been done.
the one thing I don't like about because I learned a lot as bad as I was upset and everything, but I took it as a learning experience. I listened to these guys and all. A lot of these guys they got caught. I mean, they shouldn't have been doing it in the first place, but whatever. I mean, people go through whatever they go through. But the one thing I didn't like about the program was that they every day they try to get you to admit to doing whatever it is they feel you're doing. And I'm like, bro, I didn't. I keep telling her the same thing. I don't use drugs. I couldn't urinate. That was my reason for being there. It's in the paperwork. I even asked them, if you want to take hair samples, you could take hair samples. You want blood? Because I heard they usually do that. Like if you,
Mhm.
but they didn't. They didn't want to do none of that. So I was like, whatever. I had fun. I made a couple of friends.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, I had fun. We had fun.
You got some new connections.
One guy was really mad at me because I sometimes I tend to speak my mouth too much, and he was like trying to say how his friends peer pressured him into doing it, this, that, and the third. But this was following the story of how he had his brother OD on drugs.
Oh,
So I was like, get the fuck out of here. How the fuck you gonna tell me that you gonna let somebody peer pressure you when your own family member died from drugs? I was like, I don't believe that shit. I ain't mean to say it like that, but he was mad. He was mad. But yeah, this other guy, I mean, his story
yeah,
is crazy.
yeah. He's
I don't.
upset because first of all, the lack of work. So his car's being repossessed. He says he lost his daughter's health insurance. Also, right now is under threat of foreclosure on his home. So this was like shortly after Governor Cuomo legalized adult marijuana. This was his problem had started before. He had what is it? An accident back in 2017. He was involved in a car accident in a New York City transit vehicle. I don't know what kind of vehicle that would have been. I'm thinking a bus, because I doubt he's a dispatcher, or maybe we don't even know if he's a bus operator.
Mm,
It doesn't say here if he's a bus operator.
just as employee, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but that left him, according to the article, with two bulging discs and three herniated discs. He had neck fusion surgery, but he was unable to treat his pain with prescription painkillers due to diverticulosis and
Diverticulosis.
celiac disease.
That's a stomach problem.
He
You have
realizes,
so you have polyps in your stomach. So when you eat food, it's very painful. I had that too.
oh man.
Yeah.
So he went through that. And then he tested positive when he was sent to a random. That forced him into counseling. Then he was in a second crash in December 2019. That tore some
Jesus.
cartilage in his knee. Then he began smoking CBD and he tested positive again.
Hope he ain't a bus operator.
which resulted in his own. Yeah, I don't think it
All
resulted
these
in
fucking
ongoing suspension.
crashes. I hope he ain't a bus operator. Fuck.
So, well, MTA says they don't comment on potential or pending litigations, and by
Litigation.
definition, a notice of claim is potential litigation. But what we could say about this, what can we say about this? I mean,
I can
five
say I don't think
million.
he has a leg to stand on. I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
his lawyers might think he does when they took his
Well,
case.
yeah, they're gonna suck that
They're
man
gonna,
dry.
they're gonna,
They're gonna
yeah.
suck him dry. They probably feel like MTA is gonna pay him. I don't think so. I don't think he has a leg to stand on.
What if they proved? I don't know, like to prove that he. Well, if he was doing the CBD, what is it? If he was doing that on his own, like it wasn't given to him by a doctor, then he probably has a problem. Because according to the articles, like he found that the weed helped them with the pain. So we
Right, of
don't
course.
know.
Right.
We don't know. Allegedly, you're gonna say we don't know if it was prescribed or if he just said, "Hey,
It
I'm gonna
doesn't
try
matter.
this." And it
Here's
worked.
the problem. If even if the doctor prescribed medicinal marijuana for him, it's his duty to inform MTA of that because that's a controlled substance. So his duty is to let MTA know that this is what his doctor is prescribing, and then follow those policies and procedures. You don't just go ahead and do it because I don't know if he's in, especially if he's in a safety sensitive position. That's a
Yeah.
big no no. No, it's no.
Reading this, I'm wondering if I couldn't think that he would be a bus operator. I just,
I mean, they even tell you if
I
you're
mean, we don't
on
even know.
medication.
We
Yeah,
don't even know if he's in the buses. He could be trains. It
I
just
don't
says
know.
MTA worker.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
looking at the article. I see nothing stating whether he drives,
Right.
you know, below or if he drives on the road. It doesn't say anything like that unless I'm missing it. I'm reading. I don't see nothing.
Well, here's the thing, folks. If
It
your
says here you
doctor
don't
prescribes,
smoke it and you don't ingest it no matter what. That's the state New York does. That's the state
yeah,
regarding us.
you can't have that. You can't even have alcohol mouthwash on the safety sensitive position. That can show up on a breathalyzer, and now you got
Yeah,
to go
man.
through a
I've
lot
been
of
having
fucking
to
proof.
buy the one with no alcohol
So
because
here's the
you
thing,
don't want to
folks.
have to tell people, no, it was my mouthwash.
You gotta prove it. And it's a big headache. They're gonna hold you out of service. Then you gotta prove it, and then most likely you're probably gonna end up in the program. You're
That's
probably gonna end up in the
But
program.
guys, if you haven't heard that, remember, with mouthwash, if you're gonna
Keep
use
it up.
mouthwash, gotta make sure it's alcohol free,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you driving.
Well, here's the bottom line. If you're on any kind of substance for pain, check with your doctor and check with your union officials and make sure that it's allowed for your job. If it's not allowed, they can find other ways and other prescriptions that won't affect your job duty. But it's your responsibility. It's your job. They tell you not to have this stuff in your system, especially if you're in a safety sensitive position. So be mindful of that. You get anything new kind of pain medication, let them know, I get tested. Will this come up on the test? And if so, I need proof that this is what I need. Otherwise, give me something else. That's it. They'll find something else. This guy, he got his work cut out for him. I'm
His
interested
his
to see what's going to
attorney
happen.
his attorney says that the law isn't so clear. So I
Hmm.
guess they're going on that.
My
They're
friend,
going on
my
that.
friend at Court TV, he deals with this shit like that. I'm gonna text him and see what he has to say about it. And I'll let you guys know.
Okay. Miguel Aquino, no scope
Yeah.
unless there's no alcohol. Yeah. You actually could go
Yeah.
you actually could get taken for a random and
Yep. Doctor can
yep.
prescribe, but marijuana is illegal on a federal level, and we operate on the federal law, so that trumps everything. Oh, I thought he was bringing.
You
I
talking
thought
about the president?
yeah. I was saying, what
Trump.
the fuck? That trumps everything. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Dan.
That's why. I mean, they even had to put out a memo. If you haven't seen the memo, I wish I would have thought about that before. That absolutely no question. You are not allowed as an MTA employee to be smoking weed. They don't give a fuck if the city say it's illegal or not. It's the same way you're not allowed to drink on the job. It's just not just. I mean,
It is what it is. It's just how it is. If this is the kind of job we do, we just can't do it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
not a
good
lot.
luck to the guy, but you know what? If he could be opening doors for other people, for other transit workers, if this gets, if this gets some kind of leverage on his part. Again, depending on what is it that he's doing for transit. Let's
Mm.
suppose mechanic, and he actually gets something out of this. He open doors to other to be saying, "Hey,
I can see
me
that. I
too."
can see that if it's a non-safety sensitive
Yeah,
position, yeah, maybe,
what, a
maybe
cleaner, maybe.
cleaner. Yeah, something where you're not going to actually jeopardize somebody else, which I don't know in transit. Like,
No,
I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see. We'll follow up and keep and see what's going to happen.
for
Good luck with
sure.
that, brother.
We'll follow that story.
But
So now we go to our first segment, girls and guys.
girls and
That's kind of what I
girls.
was going. Yeah, of course, we got to bring you every week now a little bit good news, heartwarming, kind of news. And what we have our segment.
And it's
So a newly retired couple, um, their children were already pretty much leaving the nest, as they say. The wife, Pam, she was scanning Facebook and she saw a post titled Seven Siblings in Need of Forever Home. So that really hit her. So what did she do? She went and showed her husband. They had been placed in a foster care sometime earlier after the mother and father perished in a car accident. Um, she spoke to her husband. Her husband was like, "Yep, it's decided that we're going to adopt them." Their home had 6 bedrooms, so they were like, it can't be coincidence that our last child is leaving home. We're about to retire. We have a house with 6 bedrooms, and suddenly this pops up. So they adopted all these kids. 2 months after making their initial contact with the foster agency, we have Adelino 15, Ruby 13, Alicia 9, Anthony 8, Obriella 7, Leo 5, and Xander 4 were all placed with Pam and Gary. They were having a little bit of problems in the beginning, getting adapted. The children's parents, prior to their demise, they had problems with drugs, so that's never a good thing. Um, the first weeks that the children were in their house, the 7-year-old, the mom says, went into the room and they asked the little girl, "Did you have a bad dream?" And she's replied, "No, I just wanted to make sure that you are still here." So, man, kudos to the family. This is definitely a good story.
that's very nice. I
It was
mean,
1 year from the time that they met the children to the day 1 year later they were able to adopt all 7 children.
they got money.
I
Brady
guess,
Bunch.
Brady
Shit.
Bunch money. If you want to follow them, they have a on Instagram. Their account is spelled out second.chance.7. So if you guys want to
That's for the
check,
family or for the adoption
that's
agency?
that's their no, that's their Instagram account.
That's their Instagram or for the
Yeah,
family.
they got like
Oh,
99,000 followers. So if you guys want to go check that out,
99,000. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
almost as many as we have right here on
Yeah.
our
Oh
show.
shit.
Almost,
Almost.
almost,
No, not quite
almost.
there, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but, we'll give them a bell for effort. But yeah, it's second spelled out SECOND dot chance CHANCE dot and the number 7. So if you guys want to check out that story on Instagram and follow it, awesome story.
Miguel says, "I wonder if they could." Probably.
Yeah, had you been in that situation? Oh, I'm the older brother. I was missing.
Just slide on in.
But listen, that's just a big thing to take up.
It's
Seven
huge.
children, seven
Not to break
children.
that up is amazing.
It is. So
family.
it's a great story. I wish them well. I got to check out their Instagram just to see how far they've been going right now.
Yeah.
So yeah. So moving on to our second story. Wow, this is just our second story. It's already a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
Unreal. So we got new details on the vaccine. New
Right.
details on Moderna just popped up. Moderna's new data claims that it's 90% effective after you get the second shot. They claim that it will be 6 months, if you can read there, 6 months after the second shot that you'll still be covered.
Cool.
Says it protects against COVID and more than 95% effective against severe disease up to 6 months after the second dose. The new data included cases through April 9th and evaluated over 900 cases, including more than 100 severe cases. It was more than 90% effective at protecting against COVID and more than 95% effective against severe disease. I just read that. And it says the update brings Moderna a step closer to filing for a request for full U.S. approval for its vaccine. Once it gets full approval, Moderna can begin marketing the shots directly to consumers and selling them individuals and private companies in the U.S. I mean, it's a good thing. This was actually made for ages 18 and older, the Moderna. Okay, so I mean,
That's pretty good news.
it is. Also, Pfizer came out this month using the technology similar to Moderna, who's also shown to be highly effective 6 months after the second dose. So they're both kind of side to side.
Poor Johnson Johnson.
Johnson and Johnson, put some powder on that. Put some
Yeah.
powder on that Johnson and Johnson.
They're not
I
looking
mean,
too good right now.
no, man. I mean, it's a good thing. Oh, and also they're talking about, it just came up also, that you may need a booster shot for both Moderna and more than likely Pfizer also, a year after.
Well,
Well, they're saying 6 months, but they're thinking that within a year you might actually have to take a booster
I
for both of
wonder.
them,
I wonder if it's going to be like the flu shot now, where you
like
have to
yearly. Yeah,
constantly
Acco-
get
uh,
one.
yeah. According to the, it says that they're thinking it will probably be once a year because it will help you against more severe, what do you call it, types of the coronavirus.
Variants.
Variants, which there already are a couple out there. So it's interesting. By the way, Blunt, you good, right? I mean, I've been just as good. You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the
Just
first one.
just feel a little soreness for a couple of days, and I'm good. I'm good.
Are you going for the second one soon, right?
Yep. And they'll call me back. I think I'm another 2 weeks or so. I should
They
have the
call you.
second one.
They didn't show you what dates they have for you to pick a date.
No, they didn't. They didn't have a date. They said 3 or 4 weeks they'll call me and come in. So
Well, good
I'm
luck
good.
with
I
that.
feel. I feel mentally. I feel a little bit better knowing that I'm at least halfway there. I had to go out today, and I was like, "Damn, it'd be fucked up. I catch that shit in between
Oh,
shots."
and even
I'm
after
like,
the second shot,
you can
you
still
got it.
catch it.
They
Yeah,
say it's like 2 weeks later before you're actually immune
fully. Yeah, yeah. Before you actually fully
fully.
vaccinated.
Yeah,
So
so you still got to be careful. Parla says, "What's the latest on Johnson and Johnson? They were bad with the baby powder. You think they'll hold with the vaccine? Well, they are right now holding on. Johnson and Johnson is holding on. They put a pause on that, but we'll bring you more information as we get it, because right now it's like in the air with what's going on." What else will say? Manuel Rivera says, he says you have
yeah, I don't know.
99 point,
I don't know about that, but
97 getting over it naturally.
yeah, I don't know about that.
Where'd you get that info from, Jose, Mr. Okendo? Let us know. Let us know so we could share. Because a lot of hearsay, I don't know. Getting over it naturally. Some might. I mean, some have because they're
Yeah,
strong
no,
enough.
that's actually true. No one
When you're
knows.
strong enough.
No one knows how a person is going to be in the long run. No one knows.
You don't. It's just that chance you take, whether you rather catch it now where you could actually die or just deal with whatever comes next, which I
What one?
did.
I forgot who was it. Jesus, one of the. I don't know if it was a misfit or somebody else that had we was discussing, and she basically said you can. It's like putting on a bulletproof vest after you got shot. I thought that was perfect. Like, you either put the bulletproof vest on now by taking a shot, or catch Moderna and then put the bulletproof vest after. It's like, does it make sense? So I
Exactly.
mean, again, you guys do what you want to do. You gotta do what's best for you. Do your research. Don't go to TikTok. Don't go to YouTube. Talk to your doctors who are in the field. Talk to if you know
Or your
somebody
family.
in the
Or
C
talk to
in CDC. Yeah,
you sit down
you
with your
know.
family to see how they feel about it, you
Oh
know?
wow. So Kay says Kay Bailey says I have a coworker who has not gotten back her sense of smell. Is
Yeah.
this
How long
from
ago?
having COVID or from the shot? Kay,
Yeah, Kay, let us know about that.
yeah, let's get specific. Is that
This is
from
stuff that you want to put out there too. I mean,
right? Yeah. Like we've been asking if you got the shot, let us know how you feel. If you want to share with us, let us know your experiences.
from
We
COVID.
both
She says
shared
from COVID.
ours. Oh, from COVID.
From
Wow.
COVID.
Yeah, that might be a while. That might be a while. If she gets it back, I hope she gets it back. Pray she gets it back. Okay.
Wow.
But yeah, you see, I mean, I don't know. You guys do what you want. I don't. It's exhausting talking about this. There's so much
Yeah.
misinformation that's
And
going
there's
out
always
there.
something new coming, and then people just, like you said, they make up their own assumptions on things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Blunt was saying, talk to your doctor, talk
Talk
along
to
with your
your
family, talk to
doctor.
professionals.
Talk
I
to
mean, some
somebody
people don't even
credible.
some
Stop
people
going
don't
to
even believe the
YouTube.
credible people. You
Stop
know,
going to TikTok. Stop getting motherfuckers who are in their basement with masks on and talking about fucking
but
shit that
talk to your
happened in the
doctor
1800s.
and listen to your doctor. Don't go talking to your doctor and still have that negativity, where
Well,
even if your doctor is telling you you
that's
should,
a personal relationship that you have with your doctor. If
yeah,
you feel your doctor's full of shit, then find somebody who you
yeah,
feel
then why don't
credible.
even bother talking to him?
Yes,
You
exactly.
know.
You know what I mean? So
But there's a lot
yeah,
of help out there. There's a lot of stuff that you could go talk to and make up that decision. It was
right.
not that it was a little hard for me, but I did it. Blunt was holding on for quite a while, and
Yep. Again, if you guys don't, if you're just following us now from the jump, I was a hard no in the beginning. I had so many underlying conditions that I was like, I'm not putting that in my body. But I talked to 3 different doctors, and I held a show with 2 doctors on there. And let other misfits, if you haven't seen that, is on the YouTube page. Uh, and then talking to them, I decided, yeah, it's the best thing to do is to go ahead and get the vaccine. So you guys make up your own mind. Let's move
that's
forward.
that's how it is. We got we got our next segment. Our next segment. We got to deal. Us operators are dealing always with customers coming on, and sometimes to do things that are just not right.
Maybe they not. Maybe they just don't know. So that's why we come up with this segment called. Oh boy.
No, sir, no man, you're doing it wrong. That's not the way it goes. It's time for passenger etiquette. No, sir, no man, you're doing it wrong. That's not the way it goes. It's time for passenger etiquette.
Step behind the line.
The white line.
It's easy, folks. Many people, they get on the bus, they pay the fare. I'm going to say they pay the fare, and they either stand right there by the operator or that first line. Now, it's been months now. I know it's a little confusing because you get on, and some buses actually have like 2 lines. The line which was the original line, which I don't know why they don't take that line off. I'm wondering if Transit is thinking of, taking that back line out and leaving the front, which I hope they don't. They
I
should
think
just
it's.
leave
I
that
think
back
that's
one.
that. just forms a box and where like you're not supposed to stand. I think
An
that's why that
X.
first line is there.
Yeah, but then they should put
Put
an X like one of our
put
misfits
an
was
X.
doing on his
Right.
bike. Put an
Put
X.
an
Make
X
sure
there.
it's printed on there, and it's like don't block the box kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, it's still a safety issue. COVID is still there, and we've lost too many people. And plus, when you stand there, you're blocking the way, folks. You're blocking. You're blocking from people coming in and out, even though they should be going out the back doors. But you're blocking people from coming in and out with packages or whatever have you. Pay
Not
your
only
fare,
that.
step all the way in. Not only
Not
that,
only
what?
that. That section there is where the one of the tires is. You see that big lump? That's the hood for the tire. That window is for us to see out of. Well, for you guys to see out of. So when you turn in the right, we're
You
supposed to
could
have a
say
clear
us,
view
guy. You
there.
could see for us. Yeah,
Yeah,
come
we
on.
do have the mirror there,
Yeah.
but there's also the window for a blind spot. So when you stand there, you're kind of blocking our view from driving. So it's kind of dangerous. So stay behind the line,
It's
especially if
easy.
you're breasting. I'm just saying. I'm just
Dragon
saying.
breath. Dragon breath, huh?
There's been a couple of times, but I was like pet detective with my head out the window driving a bus. A couple of y'all motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
So
Anyway,
that's our segment for passenger etiquette. That's what we're talking about today, guys. If you have some kind of passenger etiquette you want to talk about,
send it
like
in.
any other segments that we have, hit us up on our email again, two
Mm-hmm.
transfer misfits at gmail.com. We may use it for our next show.
Yep.
Also, look down here, down there. You can follow us on all those things, all that good stuff. And there's our email. And if you want to have be part of our show, not just like here, like just to talk about, but if you have something you want to talk about and you want to bring it up, maybe whatever it is, talent or something you want to talk about,
That's your
uh,
cat, right?
yeah,
I'm
my
like, I
cat
don't have a
email,
cat here.
yeah, my little old lady. She's old. She's deaf too. She don't hear anything. So when that's because if you walk behind her, suddenly she looks back and it's sad. And she gets scared. Like she don't see you coming. She don't see
Oh,
nothing
man.
coming. Don't worry. All right, guys. We need a little intermission, Blunt. A little TikTok intermission per se.
Okie dokie. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong screen. All right, here we go. Check it out. Enjoy.
All right. You're unmuted.
My bad. That was
There
cool.
we go.
That was
It
cool.
was. It was. So you guys saw the underneath. If you guys have TikTok and you want to go follow these guys, follow them, and remember to follow us on TikTok.
Yep.
Two Transit Misfits, where Blunt posts some cool stuff about the show. And what we got next? What we got next? Something that's just hitting news with MTA.
Yeah.
MTA supposedly is cutting some OT, being according to what they say, a little sneaky,
Mm.
skimping on the overtime. That's what our union leaders claim.
Yep.
What we got? What we got about that? That's Vice President
JP.
JP.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
And I'm back. What we got? What we got with this story? Because that
What
ain't
happened to it? It disappeared. I was
what
wondering
happened.
where. No, I was wondering what happened to it. That's what changed.
You don't have it on the
Okay.
bottom.
Yeah,
There you
it
go. There you
disappeared.
go.
There it is. There it is. So
So
yeah, man,
this was in the New York Post. Isn't the Post like doesn't
the
like us?
Purse is the worst paper to go to, and JP went to the Post. I guess he felt an ally in this situation, but he went to the Post and gave them proof of what alleged proof that
Yeah.
MTA is not is deliberately not covering overtime.
He says they've been canceling more buses in recent months, and he's accusing the agency of nixing the trips to avoid hiring more workers or paying more overtime.
Yep, exactly. It's crazy. He gives an example. It says here on Friday, April 9th, for example, 135 scheduled buses never ran between
37.
137, my bad.
Yeah.
137 scheduled buses never ran between Flatbush, Jackie Gleason, East New York, and Fresh Pond. Wow, that's that is a strong accusation to make.
If it's true, well, from what I hear, usually at the depot when there's so basically they're not. Well, what I hear is that they're not covering open runs. Open runs for those guys that know is like when somebody calls out sick or for whatever reason doesn't make it to do his or her run.
Right.
The run is open. So according to
Especially
our
at night.
union, they're saying that these runs are not being covered. So it's like they're just leaving them like that. I remember that they would always give you a call. Like if you give your number to the general, they would call you if you were off, if you want to come in um, to do to do work. And it seems like they are, according to the article, supposedly they're hiding or not saying anything. So I don't know.
But I have a question. I don't know. I have a question, right? All right, if MTA is doing that and management is doing it, then if the union knows about it, how come they're not doing it, covering the work themselves? I mean, I guess it's not their job, but you have people out there that could use the extra money, right? So
Yeah,
why
and I
just
wonder if
why?
they have
And then you
people staying around the depot.
not only that, especially, and they're saying it's really hitting the night folk the worst, and so when you do stuff like that, people end up with double headways, triple headways. So the stress level on the operator goes sky high, right? Because I don't know about you, Pete, but I was always the guy who my leader was either two time frames ahead or riding my ass, right?
Yeah,
So I was the one who always get,
that still
motherfucker, I've been
goes on.
standing here. I've been standing here 2 fucking hours. Why the fuck you so late? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, I'm on time. I'm on time. That's all I do. I'm on time. Motherfucker, I've been standing here. I
I
always was
tell
the
them
one
this,
getting
which
it.
somebody had told me to say. He says, you were too late for the first bus and you're too early for mine. Parla says, according to the Post, the MTA does not have enough operators to cover the runs. I really can't say much on that. I
I can't.
don't know. I guess that's something for a union leadership to go
Yeah.
fight on, which they're
Yeah.
hopefully this doesn't
But
stay just here with this little post on the newspaper, and it'll continue because a lot of times, got to tell you, a lot of times our union uh, leadership, they stand hard to fight something, and they come up on TV and all that stuff, and we'll go to the depots and say we're doing this, and then crickets. It's like it dies out. Like they just let you know that they tried and nothing happened. So hopefully,
whose fault is that?
whose fault is that? Wouldn't this be our union for
Not
letting it
not
go?
not just the union. I mean, if the membership don't press the issue neither,
The
union's
membership,
gonna let it go. You
membership.
gotta press it.
I feel sad for our membership. We have so much
Division.
division
Hmm.
within us that it's just pathetic sometimes, man. Sometimes it's like, sometimes I'm like wondering, this is why we are in the place where we are,
It
you
is.
know, because
We're way stronger together. We're way stronger
yeah,
together. So much can get done if we stick together. But
and it doesn't matter. No matter how many times you keep saying it, there's always going to be the guy saying, "Ah,
I'm gonna
fuck
keep
that. I
saying it.
got to do this. I got to do that." Yeah, well, we'll keep pushing, and hopefully more people will open their eyes
Yeah, we got
and
people like
understand.
Karim who come in once in a while. I don't know.
He says, "Long
What up, sir?
time.
What up?
What's up?
What up?
Welcome aboard."
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah,
So,
man.
you know,
What can you do? You got to try to stick together and get stuff done. It's an election year, so who knows? Stuff might
exactly
get
that.
happen.
That's when things. Not too long ago, we had JP and the rest of his crew. What was it last year? They were up on Flatbush, um, arguing over. I think it was with the dollar caps or something like that. They were talking about that they were going to fix it. They were in the news. They were all over the news talking about it, and I didn't hear anything more about it. I didn't hear anything more about it. This is shit that just
Pisses you off?
pisses people off. Not
Mm,
just me, but you guys. You guys like want to. Here, you could just let us know you're angry. You want to vent.
mm,
This is like the time to do it right now here in our show. Start
right,
commenting.
right
But
now.
what?
Say hello to my little friend.
Yes, it's
Yes.
the perfect time. Hit the comments up. Whatever you feel like being
Vent.
angry about, vent.
Vent. Just
We
don't
want to
name. No
hear it.
names. Don't names. If you're working for transit, watch with the names because you know how the
Management
media
could be watching.
and this is
Big Brother
so
could be watching. And if you're if
yeah.
you're if you're not a transit
We're not trying to
worker,
get
we want to
anybody in
hear from
trouble.
you too. If you're a passenger and goddamn train ain't come on time or the conductor closed the door on your foot, we want to hear about it. You know,
Not just that. Even if you don't work for transit,
that's what
if you're
that's what I just
watching
said.
us, oh yeah,
That's what I just
is that
said.
what you said? Transit?
I said if
I'm
you don't
sorry. I'm sorry. I was looking at you, but at the same time, I was reading the comments and I didn't get what you were saying. But yeah. So, what do you guys want to vent about?
right.
Um, what we got
Just
here?
real quick, if before you guys even go into that venting,
Yeah.
but if you give a shout out to those and send our prayers out to those for St. Vincent with the eruptions that's going on. It's a very difficult time. I seen the flyer where they was asking for donations and stuff like that. See if I can get it printed out and
Wow, I didn't hear
post it
about
up.
this.
Yeah, yeah, they going through a rough time. So
Well, prayers to
fuck that
everybody
volcano.
over
There
there.
you go. There you go. That's a good event. Fuck that volcano for
Fuck the
erupting.
volcano.
Fuck that motherfucking man. Shit.
I just want to know why they stopped the COVID cleaning. I don't know
Ah.
if all the depots have been doing it, but for us, it's not like COVID got any better. And yet, the COVID cleaners, when I don't know if they're doing it inside the depot, because I went to pull out a bus today and it smelled and looked clean. I mean, in the floor, you could see the disinfectant was on the floor. So I'm thinking they're cleaning them inside in the house. But when we are doing our reliefs or getting relief, there is no COVID cleaner. And I don't know why they would stop that. That's something that is needed right now. We lost so many people. The COVID, not everybody's been vaccinated, and just because you're vaccinated doesn't mean you can't get sick.
That's right.
And
It's not a cure.
it's not. And we're not having them. I'm getting off my bus, and here comes the next guy who's relieving me. He has no cleaning supplies, which I mean, you could ask for them and the crew, you know. But guys, just bring in your own cleaning supplies, and please, for yourself, your family, your coworkers, don't get on that bus and just start driving after an operator because okay, you're relieving me. You don't know what I've been doing on the bus. You don't know if I was coughing. You don't know if I took off my mask, if I was sneezing, if I have a cold and I'm trying to hide it. Guys that be shooting snot rockets and stuff like that. And you don't know. So you want to make sure that you're okay. So bring your own cleaning supplies until I guess a union should fight and tell us, listen, they got to put the COVID cleaners. It's, I mean, they got the money for it. They got the money for it. So I don't know why they suddenly just like overnight just stopped it.
I mean, okay, if that's the case, where they're trying to bring that, they shouldn't have to stop one thing to start another. They could just phase them in. You don't have to stop completely COVID clean. Just bring the transit workers back. They should have never took them away in the first fucking place.
Yeah.
It's like what they did with the cops, right? We had transit cops first, and they took them away, made them integrated with the city cops, and we can't find a transit cop nowhere.
No.
Now they like, oh, we giving you 500 way back then. Then again later on, was it like a couple of months ago? Oh, we promised another 5 plus this, that, and the third, and you still can't see a fucking cop
Now
nowhere.
you mentioned that just last week they were coming on our buses on the 35. But this is what they're doing. They were stopping at the stop. They come on, they dip their card, and they say, "Hey, how you doing? We're just checking to make sure you're okay. You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, officer, I'm good. All right, you have a good day," and they get off.
That's it. They don't even ride. Sometimes they used to
No.
ride. It's
You know,
crazy.
they need to ride, and they're in a spot where it's almost at the end of the line. They're not like in main areas where people are like congregated, where they come to the back doors all the time. It's like that's where we need them. Anyway, that's my venting, blunt venting. If you guys want to vent, hit
They
us
out
in the
there
comment.
venting. I'm throwing them up
Hit
there.
us in the comment, yes.
I'm throwing them up.
And before we go, we want to hit you guys with one last TikTok intermission, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a good one. Want to throw that up there?
There we go. Check this out, yo.
Puerto Rican Dominican experience.
Us in New York, in the Bronx, in Brooklyn, and Queens, Manhattan. We grew up together. People understand this. Hip hop was created by Puerto Rican brothers and sisters, black brothers and sisters in the Bronx. Black people and Puerto Ricans created one of the great art forms ever. Together. That's a fact. Under motherfucking disputed. Black and Puerto Rican created hip hop.
Right. We have a scene that She's Gotta Have It when you go to Loíza in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And you show the dark-skinned Puerto Ricans and the spiritual and how they celebrate with they're from Africa.
Yes.
You know, when I say this shit's like I got green eyes and I'm white, they look at me like I'm fucking
like I'm fucking crazy.
No, I
That's
missed
true.
that live. That looks like it was a live that he did. But yeah, I said, wow, Puerto Ricans and blacks, we're the ones that created that hip hop. It's awesome. It's something
We part.
proud of.
Well, we're in the
proud of.
beginning. We're there in the beginning. I would say we created it, but we're there in the beginning.
Well,
We're a part of it. We're mutually a part of it. So yeah.
So, guys, real quick before we go, just let you guys know that those of you that don't know Rob Martinez, who is running for vice president at TW Local 100, he will be joining us on May 3rd. No. Nope. Let me get that right. No. Did I tell you the date?
Well, he's getting that right. If you're not part of Two Transit Misfits on our, you can join us there to catch us live on our Facebook page and on our YouTube page, Two Transit Misfits. You finished? So make sure you're a part of that. Subscribe, hit the bell so you could get all the notifications when we go live.
May 13th.
There we go. May 13th.
May 13th. Rob Martinez will be here on our show with his crew to talk about his slate and what he's planning on doing, guys. So that's it. I want to let you guys know, as usual, just stay safe, be confident in yourself, and always keep it real. And I say goodbye. I'm Blunt. Take it away.
And for my quote of the week, normal is getting dressed in clothes that you buy for work, driving through traffic in a car that you are still paying for, in order to get to the job that you need so you can pay for the clothes, car, and the house that you leave empty all day in order to afford to live in it. Helen Goodman. That is my quote of the week. And with that, I bid you guys good night. Thank you for watching. Join us again next week. And fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Good night, everybody.
Deuces.